So there's something that people really aren't talking about much, but I think we need to discuss it, the possible implications to SHIB and the rest of the crypto market, because this deadline for this is approaching very, very quickly. So yesterday was another good day in the market. We saw a nice pump in terms of BTC over 70K. We saw SHIB going on a nice little rally, actually touching our break box. All these great things that we've been hoping for in the market, we saw. Now, what happened yesterday was we did get a swift pullback, and that's because there was a big transfer of Bitcoin that took place. And this is from an entity that people have been paying attention to for quite some time. Now, the reason why people haven't been discussing it lately is it's just kind of gotten kicked to the back burner. People are thinking, oh yeah, there's not going to be any implication. Well, what this is Mt. Gox. So for those who aren't familiar, it's a defunct crypto exchange based out of Tokyo. And they had a huge cyber attack back in 2014. And basically, we've just been waiting now for about 10 years for some sort of resolution from this. Now, it has been decided that they have a repayment deadline to their creditors by October 31st of this year. So we're only about 6 months away now. And what they did yesterday was they actually transferred another large amount of Bitcoin to this wallet. So $840 million. And what they are planning on doing is repaying their creditors 142,000 BTC, 143,000 BCH, and 69 billion Japanese yen. So in this wall, there's still approximately $9.5 billion worth of BTC, which is obviously a large amount, right? So this is where people are wondering, what the impact is going to be in this market. What is this in fact going to do to price? And again, how is this going to impact SHIB? So first and foremost, it's a matter of liquidity, right? When we look at the overall market cap BTC, $1.3 trillion is probably somewhere between 2 to 400 billion dollars worth of liquidity. So it's a drop in the bucket, but it's not, right? Because it all depends on where those levels are. If this is all dumped at once, BTC could see a swift drop, right? You could see a drop down to the lower 60s, maybe further than that. Obviously, that would impact the broader crypto market, but I want to look at this more of in a time perspective, right? If this isn't happening until later this year, we should see a few things change, right? A more pro-crypto embrace from the government, which is obviously going to likely push prices up. We're getting into bigger times of adoption. Retail is more exciting. We're going to see more capital flowing into the space, which is exciting. And by that time, we should actually already be in alt season. So you should start to see assets like SHIB and many others already start to take some of their big steps forward. Now, could this erase some of that? Sure, right? We could see some pullbacks at that time. It all depends on what retail decides to do. Now, it has been referenced that there are tons of Bitcoin maxis that are going to do a really big push to try to defend this move, right? We've seen times where we've had about $2 billion worth of assets dumped on the market, and it's made some impact, not a ton, but we're talking about something that's now, 4.5 times larger than, 4.25 times larger than that, right? So this is just something that I think people need to be aware of as we get towards the fall. There's going to be this looming gray cloud that's sitting above our heads, this possible black swan event. But I want people to understand that these things happen, the market recovers, and this will be one of those things that has been sitting here and we've been waiting on now for a decade that will finally be clear, done, gone, on to the next. Now, what I do want to say as well is, although this is, getting paid to the creditors, right? This 142,000 BTC, this $9.5 billion, it also doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be dumped on the heads of people too. Some of it, sure, I'm sure they probably will. Some of these entities might try to hold on to these assets for the foreseeable future. As Bitcoin has become, more ingrained in society, as crypto in general has grown, don't be surprised if some of them just decide to chill, right? We've seen this with the FTX estate, right? As they've been selling some of their portions of like Solana and things like that. Some of these creditors that have in fact been buying Solana have released a essentially dumping schedule. For example, I can't remember who it was, but someone was saying, yep, we're going to dump this much by 2025 and then not until 2029. So there's a lot of unknowns when it comes with this. Will it impact the market? Yeah, anytime that there is selling, especially large amounts, there's going to be an impact. But by that time, like I said, don't be surprised if alts are already taking big steps forward, if they're already starting to see some shift from BTC to those assets themselves. And I think SHIB is going to continue to do well as we move forward here. So I appreciate you guys as always. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.